Hello, welcome on this training. So let's start with the overview of Microsoft 365. So this is our will be our first chapter. Okay, so overview of Microsoft 365. Remember that the name before was Office 365, but they changed it. Why? Because people thought that it was just Office. So it's more than that. So why people are using today Office Microsoft 365? Okay, often I will say Office because everybody knows Office, but the real name is this one. The first thing to you why people are using that, it's for, of course, productivity, productivity, productivity. Sorry about the pain, and of course, teamwork. So why people are using all this, it's because first they want to share message like I am with Teams. Okay, and of course most of the people actually with the situation that we have and even before are using online meeting. Okay, so we will cover all this in the Teams section of the training. Online meeting with a product named Microsoft Teams. Okay, same that I am. Okay, I am is with Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft Teams is the solution of collaboration, and I am. People are using productivity and teamwork for what else? Of course, they're using that for email, uh, email, calendar. Of course, this is very important. The calendar, and all this with a product name Outlook. I know that you know all that, but just to make a small resume, okay? People are also using, for example, the Office apps. Office apps is the online version of Microsoft Office, okay, where you have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, okay, and and of course Office apps on all the devices, okay. You can have an iPhone, Android, Windows, Mac. It's working. After that, people are using also productivity work. Why more? Of course, it's for advanced file storage. Okay, so file storage. This is something very important with a product that I'm sure, because it's OneDrive. Okay, so OneDrive is the product for file storage, and of after people are using a lot of the SharePoint, and SharePoint is to create your, for example, intranet, or for example team site. Okay, so this is very known with SharePoint, of course online, because if you install SharePoint on premise, it will be really very very difficult. um, and also productivity and teamwork, of course with a product. Okay, it's for social network. So for social network, there is a product name Yammer. Okay, yeah, so Yammer is not very very known, but it's the social networking solution. After that, this is productivity and teamwork. Okay, so the second thing that what they're using today, of course, Microsoft 365. Let's change our color here, and let's put it here. The second reason they use it, it's for business management. Okay, so let's write it business. Okay, it was a S here, sorry. uh, Business management. So meaning that people, they want, for example, an IT management tools. So IT tools to manage all the devices in your company. And this product is known, the previous name was Intune. Okay, so Intune, it's a MDM solution, mobile device management solution, and MAM solution. So you can manage devices and you can push application on all your devices. And the new name of Intune is Microsoft Endpoint. So Endpoint Manager. So of course, Endpoint Manager is really one of the most used MDM solution in the world. Um, and also for the business management, we are using a lot of business process automation. This is what automation is today, the word that everybody is speaking about, automation. And automation can be done with solution like Power Platform. So Power Platform, platform. And also business want also to have solution with for example changing their phone system. So phone system with phone system for Teams. So meaning that people could use their Teams solution to call somebody outside of the company, and we're talking about PSTN, okay, public switch telephony network. So with my Teams, I can call for example a mobile somebody who is not in my organization. Business also, it's the matter of forms, okay. So forms, it's as like this, forms, of course. This is also very used today. And also, of course, workflow management. And also, we have a solution like workplace analytics. This is very, very used by HR. They use a product, okay, name a workspace, okay, work place, sorry, not place, analytics, analytics. And workplace analytics is a huge solution to see how people in your organization are using Microsoft 365. So if they're using every day, what are they doing, how they are using, for example, the Office apps, the online meeting. So it's a way that you can see if the adoption of Microsoft 365 is used in your company. And of course, business need a last solution. The one of the most known is the project online, okay? So project management. This is all the goal that the business need, okay? And of course, what we'll talk about now in the last section is of course security and compliance, because you cannot install a solution without security and compliance solution. So now it will be free here, free, a little bigger, smaller, sorry, yeah, like this, okay, free. And of course the goal of your company is security and compliance. So security and compliance. This is also something very important, and we'll speak about that in the training. Security and compliance is a solution like you manage your identity, so identity and access management. When I'm talking about identity, I'm talking about Azure AD, okay? So Azure AD is the Azure Identity Active Directory, okay? It's not Active Directory on premise. And access, for example, we can have solution like conditional access, okay? Conditional access. This is something wonderful, but you need at least, a premium subscription with Azure AD, okay? You have P1 and P2. Go on Google and type P1 and P2, like for example Versus, and you can see that this is paid license for Azure AD, okay? Of course, when we talk about security, we are talking about, we talk, everybody's talking about information protection, okay? So information protection is very, very important, okay? Let's do a small, let's take all this and do this because I don't have enough place to finish my presentation. Okay, so up. Okay, so let's continue our small drawing. Sorry for the I'm not using all the screen. Okay, so free. So of course, security and compliance, where people are using more and more solution like information protection. Information protection is solution to protect your document. For example, we have information protection for labeling and encryption of your file. We have also in Microsoft 365 threat protection, okay? And with threat protection, we have a lot of solution to protect all your data. So threat protection, so we can have advanced threat protection, for example. We have security management, and we have compliant management. So all compliance management. And we have a solution to discover all what users are doing is iDiscovery. So e-discovery. Okay. So So of course, this is why company are using all these solution today. And when we talk about Microsoft 365, we're talking about the SaaS. Okay, so SaaS is software as a service. Okay, meaning that you just pay a subscription to Microsoft per user. Okay, you can pay monthly or annually, and you Microsoft is managing everything for you. Just have to upload your data and to set your permission. Okay, so remember that you have the SaaS. Okay, so it's software as a service. You have the IaaS. This is Azure, for example, or Google GCP or Amazon. So this is infrastructure. You are renting the data center of Microsoft, and you can create VM, IoT, machine learning, database. And the last one is PaaS. Okay, PaaS is like, for example, SQL or web app. If you want to create a web, a web application, this is more like PaaS. Okay, so and SaaS is a solution that really is one of the most known solution of Microsoft today. And why Azure is the first leader? No, it's not the first one because it's Amazon, but it's getting more and more farther. Why? Because Microsoft 365 is really a solution that is used with a lot of companies in the world today. And often the marketing say, okay, you're using maybe this. Why? And maybe you can be interested on creating your resources on IaaS. So, for example, you have a VM where for example, in VMware, and you can migrate them to Azure. Okay, so there's a lot of way to migrate your resources on premise, like your SQL database, your storage and your compute to IaaS. Okay, this is something very nice. And VMware now is 100% compatible with IaaS and with Azure. Okay. So let's stop this first video. Okay, so we saw in this video why people are using Microsoft, because it's for productivity and teamwork. What is the business goal? Okay, we saw all this. Okay, it's all about Intune, Endpoint Manager, automation, fund system, forms, workspace analytic, and project management. And about security, okay, so identity and access, conditional access, for example, information protection, threat protection, compliance, and e-discovery. And of course, we saw that SaaS is just a software as a service. You pay a subscription by user per month and annually. And remember that we have the SaaS. You just have to upload your data and set your permission. We have the IaaS where you have to do everything. Okay, but you are paying paying on demand, or you can pay before with upfront 1 or 2 3 years. And we have the PaaS, platform as a service. It's in Azure. Okay, this one. And you can, for example, host your database, create your WordPress website, for example, your web app, and here this is an example where you can migrate all your VM on-premise to VMware, for example, from VMware to IaaS or from Hyper-V or other hypervisor. And okay, so let's jump in the next video. Stay tuned, and we have a lot of topics to speak about. Ciao, ciao.